Hello, soulmates. Welcome to my channel. So today we'll be learning how to make this A-line scuba dress with ruffles. So I used 1 yard of scuba material and 5 yards of two nets to make this dress, and I made it for a 6-year-old child. So as you can see, here is the outcome of the dress. Let's get right into the video. So her shoulder to shoulder measurement is 12 inches divided by 2 is 6 inches. I measured 6 inches from the up there. For her neck width is 2.5 inches. I measured 2.5 inches. For her neck depth is 2.5 inches too. I measured 2.5 inches. So I am drafting out the front pattern first. So follow what I am doing, you will definitely get it. So I measure it and then I connect the lines together, 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So I connect the lines together from that shoulder that we measured. I came down by half inches for my shoulder slope. I measured it and then I connect the lines together to that neck, to our neckline. Then after that, from that shoulder slope, I measure 6 inches for our armhole depth. I measure 6 inches for our armhole depth. Then I connect the lines together. After that, we'll now curve our neckline. Now use our ruler to cover our neckline. You can use your free hand to do so, but me, I use my ruler. So after that, we'll now measure our chest circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch is an A-line shift dress. Our chest circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch is. So, and now after that, we now measure the length of the dress. So the length of my dress is 28 inches. The length of the dress I used here is 28 inches. I measured 28 inches for the length all through. Measure 28 inches and then I use my ruler to connect the lines. So I measure 7 inches that we took for our chest line. Remember we took 7 inches for our chest line for the down, and then I added 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches, you can add more depending on how free and wide you want your A-line dress to be. Then I connect the lines to my chest line measurement. Then after that I came up by 1 inch just to avoid the sharp edge. Then I connect the lines together. So after that we are almost done. Then I divide my armhole depth into 2 and then I came in by half an inch and then I connect the lines together to my armhole depth. So here we are done drafting our front pattern, then we'll cut it out. So please share and subscribe to my channel just to encourage me to do more videos like this, okay? So we'll now cut out our pattern for the front bordets. So now we are done cutting it out. Then for the back neck depth, I measured 1 inch. For the back neck depth, I measured 1 inch. So when I'm done, I connect the lines together and then I curve the neckline for the back. So here we are done drafting both the front and the back pattern together in one pattern. Then I cut out the neckline for the back first and then cut out the shoulder slope. So after cutting it out, I look out for the most stretchy part and I folded my fabric into 2 and then I left 1 inch allowance for the zip. 1 inch allowance for the zip for the back. We are cutting out, remember we are cutting out the back first, then I cut it out. Then after cutting it out, I now cut out place for the front. Remember our fabric is enfolded. For the front, there is no zip allowance for the front, so you place it the exact neckline. So I now cut out the front. Then after cutting out the front pattern, you make sure you cut it properly. After cutting out the front pattern, we now cut out our ruffles. Remember I said I use 5 yards of 2 nets for our ruffles. I remove the edge. Then I cut out, I measure 5 inch until I exhaust the 5 yards of 2 nets. This is the ruffles that is on the down part of the A-line dress. So I measure 5 inches, 5 inches until I exhaust the material. So guys, please subscribe to my channel, like and share. So I measure 5 inches and I cut out until I exhaust all the materials. Then here I now brought out the main fabric. I place it on the shoulder front to back. I sew the shoulder to shoulder side. Then the facing, I did same thing on the facing. So here is the facing. Place shoulder, back shoulder and the front shoulder together and stitch on them. So when we are done, I cut out the cap sleeve. I cut it in 4 pieces and I use it to turn the sleeve. I first of all stitch on the down part and turn it. So I am done stitching on the shoulder, and then it's time to add the sleeve. I make a notch on the center of the sleeve and then place it on the center of that shoulder seam line. So I sew all through. Then after doing that, I'll do that same method on the other side of the sleeve. So when you are done making such, I've gone ahead to sew the neckline using my facing, and then I will use the armhole depth, the armhole side of the facing to join together with the armhole side of the main fabric, just to conceal it. So I am done doing that. After doing that, I added my zip and then stitch on the edge side on the hemline. As you can see, here is the beautiful outcome. When you turn it over, the is well stitched and it looks so beautiful. So now we'll now make our ruffles. Remember I used the ruffles of 5 inches length. Then the whole ruffles is 5 yards all through by 5 inches. So I now place two nets together. I use 2 nets and added on top of 2 nets. Then I run a stitch on the center of that 5 inches, making it 2.5 inches. I run a loose stitch and then gather it. So I'm done gathering them. Here is the outcome of the gathers. So now here is how you place it. But before we do that, we'll now measure the where we'll place the ruffles, where the ruffles will sit. I measured 2 inches. From that down part, I will measure 2 inches all through, both from the front to the back too. So I measure 2 inches all through. So that's where we'll place our ruffles. You open your ruffles and stitch it on the 2 inches line that you drafted at. So here is the outcome of it. I'm done stitching on the ruffles on the 2 inches. Here is the outcome of the dress. As you can see, is well stitched, and the sleeve side, the stitches on the sleeve is not showing, is well concealed. So when you are done doing that, here is the outcome of the dress. And then the next thing to do is for us to make a bow, a shoulder bow on it. So for the shoulder bow, here is the fabric I folded into two. Then I measure 10 inches on fold. If you open it, it's 20 inches. And then on fold again, I measured 8 inches. unfold 10 inches, and then the length is 8 inches. Then I stitch. Then I measure for the wrap 5 inches, and then 2 inches unfold. That's 4 inches by 5 inches. If you open it 4 inches, then when you fold it, it will be 2 inches. So I'm done stitching on the bow, and I've gone ahead to turn it over. So I'm using my hand to make a pleat. So now I will use a matching thread and make and roll it together. After that, we'll now use that to conceal it. So I'll now use it and fold it this one. Use my needle and thread to secure it. So when you are done, you now attach it to your shoulder. So now this bow, you attach it either to your shoulder or any place you want the design of the bow to be. But me, I prefer it to be on the shoulder, so I attached it on the shoulder. So I use my needle and thread to secure it, and then I attach it on the shoulder properly. So I attached it on the shoulder properly. So after attaching it on the shoulder, I gone ahead to use embellishment like stones to embellish them. As you can see, I made it with for different people, and this is the outcome. Thank you guys for watching. Please share and subscribe to my channel.